Yeah, that sounds good. Mic's turned on, level's good. Face, lighting. Yeah. Okay. Sorry if you were planning on. I had said I was gonna stream around start streaming around noon or noon 30. But I didn't realize Michigan basketball was playing at noon. And to be honest, I wanted to see how they responded after they just totally shit the bed against Ohio State, where they were up 20 some, and then ended up losing by 10. It was pretty embarrassing, but it was a pretty up and down game today against UCLA. It was also interesting to see how UCLA, if they were gonna play bad without fucking what's his face's name, LeVar Ball's kid after he was removed from the school by his daddy. Such a fucking shit show. Not that he wasn't a vital part of the team or anything at the point, but yeah, Michigan was actually down by 15 in the second half. Came back, forced overtime with the help of a couple late steals and some pretty nice plays down the stretch. Actually overcame some miserable free throw shooting. I think they were 5 for 13 or something, which is terrible. Fortunately, at the end, between the closing minutes of regulation and all of overtime, they shot 12 for 13 from the field. So that's going to help out, including a couple three-pointers. Mo Wagner did his thing. A lot of the younger guys were stepping up, making plays. It was a real good win against a pretty decent UCLA team. Get up there. What the hell? That was really weird. Not the best of intros so far.
But first you need, then you have to stand and you do remember. I'm on to a pretty much. If one star, the thing is 5 stars. No hot kitty, 4 more. Just 1 more star. What happens is you can make a wish. It's quite the fun, and when we get older.
Looking around that 326 mark.
What happens now? You can make a wish. I like helping. What should I wish now? You can undo. Great idea.
Oops. Double split. Which is actually it's actually a setting in the live splits to prevent double splitting. So right there I just triple split apparently.
No way. Who knows? Oh, that's irritating. Uh-oh! Tomorrow. The squirrely. What? And that's not all. Oh, well, then that's okay. No, it's not. We better check this. The squirrely, I have my... It's burned. I got it out, Jimmy. We'll find those 4 stars together. Hey, it was... Slow down, Scotty. Why the cream pot? I don't know. Vicky can't. You'll have to think, Scotty.
So now yesterday running against my PB splits, it was... The beginning was easy and so free and easy to make it look good. And now it's the beginning is really good. And the endings, each one will be bad after bad after bad. So that'll be interesting. Oops. 1 A press too slow. Neat. First try getting out of there. That's always good. Not having to reset and do that.
We got 2 stars. What does that mean?
Thinking right might be the play here. Maybe. The blonde girl's not too far off. Ooh, that was really close. Almost did not get over her. That's always so neat. I love doing that. Out here making plays.
You're doing great. Not bad for a boy. Only 1 more star to find. Of course, I may not feel like doing wishes.
Noted.
That star's leading you into danger. Don't be seen. Got 5 stars. I can make a wish.
A little sloppy movement early on, but not too bad. Still on a good pace.
Wow, it's River Rapids, named after the first time.
Everything going well so far. Had decent workable RNG with the Cream Puff Scouts.
We're sorry, one. Luckily, Vicky, I've seen it. So you're sure, Timmy? And you're not. That would be a little. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Some lovely mango flavored green tea.
Wait, I combined a chain.
If there's one thing I do in my life that's like really unhealthy for me, is that I drink a shit ton of those like Crystal Light or off-brand like water flavoring packets that are like 0 calories and have 0 sugar. And you know when those things like always have 0 everything, it's always like really bad and always like linked to cancer or whatever. I like drink that stuff in like water exclusively, except on the weekends when you know you throw in the beer and alcohol and all that kind of shit. But to be honest with you, drinking beer it's kind of healthy. It's a hell of a lot more healthier than drinking pop. That's what my dad always said. It's like, oh yeah, beer it's natural, it's from the earth. As long as you don't drink too much, it won't kill your brain cells. If you drink pop, you'll just get fat and die early. Like, good advice, Dad. I think when he told me that, we were eating Taco Bell and I had like that big ass thing of Mountain Dew. Like, so Dad, what you're saying is I should start drinking more beer? Well, maybe wait till you're in college. Maybe wait till you're 18. Beer doesn't mess with you. That doesn't mess with you once you turn 18. Dad, I think the drinking age is 21 now. Oh, really? It was 18 back in my day. Yeah, glorious time that was. He was actually telling me on how in the brief time, or I don't know how long it lasts. I think it was like during Vietnam, they actually changed the laws to make it so if you were 18, you were allowed to drink beer in the U.S. And so when he was like 18 or 19 or what, I think it was like 19 or 20 at the time when they decided to make the law back to 21 years old. So he was like, okay, so me and all my friends, we've been able to legally drink out in public and at bars for like 2 years now, and all of a sudden you're saying we're not allowed to do it anymore? well, you know, naturally back then, no one really gave a shit. You know, there wasn't like the big, it wasn't like publicly known and made apparent just how bad underage drinking and more importantly drinking and driving was at the time. So it wasn't like a huge inconvenience for them. You know, they were all just out there looking for their dime and 20-cent beers or whatever. This could be tricky. Alright, that worked out nicely. Yeah, that's one thing that should probably be re-looked at in the US. Like just random age like 21 for drinking, that just makes like absolutely zero sense whatsoever. Like early on I thought a good compromise would be like, you know, 18 for beer, 21 for liquor, like they do in some other like countries or parts of the world. I think that's reasonable. Obviously, you can still like overdo it with beer a lot, but it's certainly a lot more difficult. Especially, you know, all right, let's person gets a hold of a 12-pack of beer, or even a 24-pack. It's gonna take them a lot longer to get fucked up and like to get really sick. Whereas if you have like, you know, a fifth of whatever, you could easily do some damage very, very fast, especially if you're mixing it with like, you know, Mountain Dew and shit. Give him a fifth of some a $5, $10 bottle of, or fifth of vodka and a 2-liter Mountain Dew. You'd be dead in hours. Now in my older days of being 24, I try to just just exclusively drink beer. Never. The worst part about drinking like a lot of beer when I do drink a lot nowadays, which I really don't do too much anymore. The worst thing is your head's gonna hurt for a little while in the morning, you know. But I've yet to have like a really serious bad hangover that lasted past noon or past the time I was able to actually eat something. Now with liquor, and when I do drink liquor, it's always like some whiskey-based drink or tequila. I don't do vodka. I can't drink vodka at all. It reminds me too much of rubbing alcohol in the doctor's office. Not my thing. No, like every like all the like worst morning afters or nights in my life, they can almost always be traced back exactly to what I was drinking at the time. Like some nights, like, yeah, dude, you were messed up. You were wandering around looking like straight a ghost. Like, well, yeah, I was kind of carrying around a fifth of Jack Daniels all night, so that probably didn't help. That wasn't ideal.
Who are you? Why? I guess so.
But you know what they say: bad decisions make great stories.
Well, each of us.
It's been a really good badge too far.
I guess I do. Well, I don't think.
It'll likely be maybe 5 seconds behind the current PB time. Just because the PB split was really, really good. And same with Chinless Blunder. Like if I can stay within 10 seconds after a Chinless Blunder, then the rest will be easy enough because every subsequent segment after that got progressively worse. So as long as I don't just make stupid mistake that I made before after another, I'll be fairly simple. streaming 4 days in a row. I ain't never done that. At the most, I think I ever did was like 3 times in 1 week.
Maybe not. And they're all packed. Becky must have wished I heard her. There's no way that's it. She obviously. Wow. The more badges.
Finally being self-motivated by like thinking, my PBs they're okay, but they definitely should be a lot better. There's very little reason why they're as high as they are. Before, I feel like it was always, the run was all good except for one absolutely disastrous segment that cost me like a whole minute, and then you just kind of roll with it. And now it's gotten to the point where, okay, every single segment has to be good, and then just try to minimize any mistake you make. Try to make sure it's one of those like couple second ones, not like a big major death where you just lose half your strats for the rest of the run or for the level. That's a couple bad jumps. That wasn't good. That was better. I feel like Vicky should be much faster than Timmy. She got a lot longer legs.
Oh no! Stop! Huh? We're sick of you.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
We don't what? Happened? You just. I'm sorry. I was. That's okay. Yeah. And I think. Yeah. I learned that. And it would take. And how to put out a kid.
Wow. 6 seconds under. I wasn't really expecting that. I guess that was a good time. I guess there really wasn't anything that went wrong with that run. Challenge Blender's always a tricky one.
I'm not sure I know. But who are you talking to? You're talking to your dad. I wish I could. Oh no. Luckily, the second maybe I could.
Woke up to the first actual substantial amount of snow on the ground this morning. I wouldn't even really call. I mean, substantial is probably not the best word for it. It was like noticeable. The snow was actually sticking to the ground. It actually made me like, go get the shovel out of the shed and shovel the sidewalks in the driveway. You know, gotta look out for the mailman and the UPS drivers, especially this time of year. They put up with a lot of crap. Work a lot of busy hours. I also got I got probably like my favorite Christmas gift in the mail today. And when I say Christmas gift, I mean like one that I'm giving to someone else. Specifically like my aunt and uncle, who are also my godparents. They had just gotten like a lake house nearby. So I got them, so I went on Etsy and found someone who made like a... Oh, it looks like they use old pieces of rustic wood and then they paint on a map of the lake and then their name on it. Came out looking pretty good. Pretty excited about it. I feel like this is like the first time I've ever actually like picked out a gift for them like on my own. I'm finally at the point where my mom said, "Okay, I'm gonna stop buying gifts and putting your name on them for them, and you're gonna actually pick something out and pay for it now." I'm like, all right, I guess that's fair. I mean, I kind of am like a grown-ass adult. Like have my own place and have my own job. I guess I can't rely on my mom to buy my Christmas presents for other people forever. I'm not a big... I really don't like... trying to think of the best way to say this. Like, I like Christmas, I like buying gifts for someone, but I'm terrible at picking stuff out. If I get an idea, I can roll with it, and I get really excited about it. Like when they said, like, oh, why don't you maybe something for like their lake house? I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely find something. That'd be easy. You know, went online, found exactly what I wanted. Very happy with it. But now I'm just like thinking for like the rest of my family. I'm like, I don't know what they need. I don't like. My mom's like, you know, she's into photography, but my family's not. They're not very extravagant people. Like. They don't really buy much of like anything for like their own thing. Like, ooh, I really want this. I want to get this. I want to get this. It's kind of like every like few months or so, like they'll just have a random thought. Like one day my dad was like, you know, I'd really like to play some of my old music in the basement. Oh, so you want to like get some like Bluetooth speaker, or maybe something like a little bit bigger, maybe like some surround sound deal. I'm like, all right, well let's check out some like receivers, and you can find some pretty inexpensive speakers, get some wire, and set that up. You know, like a little project. You know, that was cool. It came out pretty well. But other than that, I mean, the best gift I've gotten from my dad in the last 3 years is like his portable Bluetooth speaker. He absolutely loves it so much. Like he carries it around. He carries it around with him like it's his phone or his wallet at all times. Mostly because when the weather's nice, he drives like his like early 2000s manual Jeep Wrangler, and it doesn't. I don't even think he has like a radio in that or whatever. But he always like takes his speaker with him and plugs his phone to it or connects with Bluetooth, and then he'll just play music on his drive to work, and then he'll take it into work and play it at his desk. I was like, Dad, do you want like another one of those? Like we could just, I get you one or two of them, and you could leave one in your car, leave one at work. Like, no, I really like this one. Well, I can get you the same exact one. No, that's okay. I like this one. All right. Other than that, like I feel like the only other best things I can get him is some good flannel, some good flannels for the winter. Wears the hell out of those things. I feel like he always has like a solid, only like five flannel rotation that he has. And even then, some of them don't even make it in every week. And then for my brother, I mean, he's a couple years old. He's like 2 years older than me. He had a lot of the same interests. He'll play a lot of Xbox. He's playing Call of Duty right now. He's like an aspiring DJ. So he's got like a basic setup of like, you know, I don't even know what it's called, like the little mixer things. He's shown me like how to do it before. It's pretty neat. He really showed me how like a lot of DJs that you see perform, most of the shit they're doing, a lot of times they're just faking it and kind of phoning it in. He's showing me, like, you know, based on how much money you're willing to spend on those things, you can actually, you know, it gets easier and easier, and it does all of it for you. It's pretty neat when like you actually like get behind and like see what exactly they're doing, like what buttons they're pressing and why they're pressing them. The machine kind of like tells you like, oh, these sound levels are off, you need to like press this one and adjust a little bit. But that was kind of cool. But I don't really know like what else to like get them. I was like, well, do you want some like headphones or something? I mean, don't DJs usually like have big headphones? Like, no, I really just like using my iPod ones. I really like the little small earbuds. I'm like, okay, well, I suppose I could get you a pair of those, but after that, that's like nothing. So it pretty much comes down to, well, I guess I'll try to find some clothes. I'm not a very stylish person myself, but maybe I'll see what I can do. Maybe find a little something. I hear bomber jackets are very fashionable nowadays. Find some bomber jackets. That's not. Those are those things. Here's the receipt. You can return and get whatever you want. I was gonna get you a gift card, but I thought I might put a tiny little bit of effort into it. It worked. Alright, let's get a good minimum cycle spatula woman. Fuck! That was like a split second too early. Try to be overly aggressive. There we go. That was literally that little half second. Just like start talking, but you can like, you know, shoot it and like kind of buffer it a little bit. I feel like it gets easier the more cycles it goes through because she shoots out more hearts and it forces you to be a little bit more safe. Whereas when she's only shooting out the 2 hearts at the beginning, it's easier just to run out and you know you're not going to get hit. Come on, shoot me. That's a thin line. So now we're looking at losing like 10 seconds on this split. As far as I can remember, just about everything else was good on the on my PB. Like I saved like up like around 30 seconds on it last time, so it had to be pretty good. The game, it ate my input there for a second. Tried hitting B and nothing happened. There we go. Alright, that was pretty mediocre. Stop pressing.
With the Crimson Chin's charisma fully restored, Cincinnati once again celebrates its most popular hero. That 4-4 man.
That's because you've got to find more. These stars should disguise themselves with glasses. 4 star down, 4 stars to go. I said something was troubling. Maybe I should find it. This is a good workout. You have 2 wish stars or 1 binary star. What a revolting development. You need to find 2 more stars, sweetie. Hey, Bob, Timmy's the best there
Up
is.
here, cut that star off, jump off to the side, because there's a cutscene that triggers if we go down the middle of the stairs that we don't want to hit. And I'm just gonna run in here. Cut you off.
Overtaxed.
Art is tremendous. We'll need a wish to keep evildoers.
Alright, good rooftop. Let's go.
Cleft is no match for my legs. I should wonder.
So much knowledge that goes into this.
We need a wisdom with hand that can deal every resource. Sidekick. At least he said target pressing and press action here. Chin.
Chin swinging time.
Get changed, Clef. Look around to find spots to shoot your grapple at.
Damn it.
Swing from roof to roof like a flying squirrel. Whee! Where is the flying squirrel anyway? Another day up? I blame it on the boogie.
Blame it on the boogie.
You cannot prevail against the power. Nothing can stop me. I'm faster than a speeding ship. Go, my evil followers.
Yeah, didn't hit the pole.
Stay back, foolish heroes. Or face the
That last swing, you don't want to like... If you take like one step forward, his minions will come running straight at you, and then you will not be able to swing past them without hitting them.
Cincinnati.
Jumping on the ledges is always safe,
Cannot prevail.
if you're ever not sure. Not to mention, if you get too close, if you're on the ground, or on the lower levels and try to swing, a lot of times the ledges will get in the way,
Than a speeding ship.
which is very annoying.
Go, my evil followers.
Fuck. I hate when that happens.
On a cowering disco inferno.
Stay back, foolish heroes. Or face the consequences. Your cleft is no match for my legs. I should wonder.
They're armed with vinyl records. They're like CDs, but you have to turn them over.
Now the Crimson Chin is powerless. Villainy will rule Cincinnati. You cannot prevail against the power of disco.
That was kind of a mediocre rooftop. Come on, come on. There we go. Come on, there we go. Sometimes the view in the grapple likes to be a little disingenuous. There. Yeah, we're gonna be like 10, 15 seconds down. So, maybe possibly even a little bit more. Probably close to 15 seconds. Just PB time was good. The Spatula Woman segment in this one wasn't good. Rooftop was mediocre at best. But it's, you know, it's fine. Like I said, there's plenty of time to save in every other segment. All the PB times were just trash.
The Crimson Chin speed is safely back where it belongs. Or maybe not so safely. So, Chin, you
Worky.
congratulations. Left.
Well, you see, guys, there you are. Being collected. Sure thing.
Yeah, not bad. Still keeps us well on the hunt.
Maybe I should have. Hey, shut it.
Good old fun mini Timmy. That's like
I suppose you
the hardest / best level in the game. Mostly because it's just fast. It's really short.
will come back. It's so.
Far and away the shortest. Well, I guess if you don't count intro, which is only 3 minutes. Like all the other ones are like 12 minutes long or more.
Cosmo! I feel so help snap out of it. All right, that suit should. Whoa, well, you're bleeding. Well, a sitting duck. Or we got 1 star, but we still have to find 4 more. The star's nervous. Approach. We only got 2 stars, but they're very sparkly.
Term's not in our way. It's always nice.
It thinks it's in a race. Chase it.
Get out of my way, stupid germ. And then one of my favorite death skips in the game. It's like it was it's like the developers just set that up to intentionally be there. Nope. Slow. Can't make that. Not feeling that second one either. Nope. Damn, that was like some. That was like arguably the worst RNG you could got right there. That'll make having a saving time on this segment pretty damn difficult now at that point. Good news is, after this level and crash landing, there's not a ton left of RNG that really dictates the pace. Too badly, anyway.
We better get that star now, sweetie. Before this wind wears off. Oh, look, it failed. Oh, shocking.
Oh, look, it failed. Shocking. Okay, grab this life.
1 star, but we still have to find 4 more.
Oh, getting so good at that jump. Pretty good jump there. Could have gone a teeny bit farther. But it's not the best spot to die. Ugh, these tie ups are just so slow. It'd be great if there was like a death skip to skip all of them. I feel like I do that every time. I always think, oh, I can make that. I can run. I don't need to jump. And then I always need to jump.
Oh, look at that poor little star all panicking.
Germ's nice and out of the way. Yeah.
Goodbye. We must
Oh no! Goodbye, cruel world.
Bubbles? You mean like in the bathtub? Oh, I know, then try not to pick
Cut him off too hard there.
enough to jump on.
Noxious bubbles.
The only way is that there's no way let's make a win. We don't have 5 win stars yet. We better go back and find more then.
Good.
You have to jump up and wish for super jumping power. See what I mean?
2, 4, 5.
Catch it, put it on my
Split second too fast there. 2, 3,
One star,
4.
but we still have to find 4 more.
Jeez. Oh boy. Okay. It was a little slow there, but we good. We Gucci.
It's making a break for it. Change it.
3, 4, 5. So glad double jump is a thing.
But they're very sparkly.
There we go. That's a well-timed jump. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Flickering. Oh, Timmy! Wow! What was that? You know, hon, not only filthy. I guess I better find. Only 1 star to find. I'm holding my breath, so please find it soon.
Get out of my way.
Try to stay out of the water.
Maybe cut the star off this time. No. It's like it's very thin line. You cut him off too much, he runs back. If you don't cut him enough, he just keeps running on past you.
Yeah, I put the. I don't know what. Oh, no. See, I always try to.
Yeah, we're still on pace to lose another 5 to 10 seconds, just from the early bad RNG. Everything else about the level was fine. Fuck. Just like a half second too soon on that shot. That's better. I always like I'm a little early on the first shot just because I always get a little too close running up and approaching.
Springtime and no one. I haven't dealt this. And we managed to. All
All right, we're fine. still make that up easily. Just have to play well. That's all it is. Time for cake. Hope everyone's having a super awesome, fantastic Saturday. I know I am. Got a nice plenty of sleep. Had a great breakfast. Watched Michigan kick some ass in basketball today. Well, eventually, you know, towards the very end, they were actually playing like shit the entire game, but they pulled it out in overtime. They did pull it out, so that was good. Very happy about that. And now my first attempt of the day has gotten off well. Have not had to reset. Knock on wood. Yet, anyway. So that's good. Even got outside and got a tiny little bit of exercise for 5 minutes when it took shoveling 1.5 inches off my sidewalk and driveway. I also learned that everyone in my neighborhood now is a bunch of lazy assholes who don't do their own sidewalks. How do you have such a small, insignificant amount of snow on a Saturday and you don't even take care of it? Like, I don't understand if it's the middle of the week, people are doing shit. They got, you know, they're going to work and all that stuff. But come on, it's Saturday. What are you doing? I know you're all just being as lazy as me. I seen your kids. I seen your kids. They're like overweight. They're not out there playing sports today. They're sitting at home playing video games like myself. Damn Yugo potatoes.
If you find one more star, you can make a wish.
Okay. First chance to save like about 5 to 7 seconds coming up here. Make some nice platforming go well. There it is. Last time it took me 3 attempts to jump up on that wall and like get up the stairs. And so that was very slow. I also got some bad RNG later in the segment that really slowed things down, and I'm pretty sure. Yep, I also had an accidental death that cost me one of our needed death skips. So there's another 6 or 7 seconds to make up later. So there's plenty of time to be saved in this level. That's encouraging. I just like how the Yucatanians are like, pussy out as soon as they get too close to Timmy in his pink hat and pink shirt. It's too pleasant. They can't handle it. Pussy out like a boss. Alright, that's some good early gameplay.
find the control. But I'm not Crash. You're better. You beat the alien guy. Yeah. That's the take control of the ship. Rescue Mickey. Collecting 4 points can't get too hard. It's like collecting 1 star 4 times. We might be able to extend the walkway. If we hit the other button, I'll bet we get some more walkway.
I like the way you think, Wanda.
Let's get out of here. All this chocolate is making me hungry.
Chocolate. Alright, RNG, be good to us here.
3 stars to go.
And not so much. I'm kind of waiting a long time for this first train. Good news is it's like it's the same as like the PB time, so not slower, just in comparison not slower, but not very fast. Yeah. Fuck you. At least we make it on one of them without having to wait a whole other cycle. I hit the invisible wall there. Why can't I shoot those guys?
There's no way for I guess we'll need to. Yay, more pressure.
Whew. I always forget about that dude just chilling there. I almost run into his bubbles almost every time.
One, two, three stars. That's pretty good. 1, 2, 2 to go.
Pretty good RNG inside there.
Look, this elevator just activated. We can get back up here if you fall off, but don't do that.
Mustache getting a little long. I don't like it when it's like showing on my lips. Itches.
If you find 1 more star, you can make a wish.
Oh no, we're trapped inside with these guys. And now time for the lovely jetpack jumps. Been struggling with them lately, I will not lie.
This is an easy. Yeah, jump twice. We don't have as much.
Lot of unnecessary deaths. Coupled with some bad RNG. Oh, this is pretty good. Could have been slightly better, but very, very manageable. Well, there's no point in trying to save the cycle. Usually there's a way I can like jump on this platform as it's moving closer so I can like save some time, but it's all dependent on the platform in front of us. Like if we can't make it on this one, it doesn't make a difference to try to save that cycle. And obviously want to hang off the front of this. There we go. That jump is, I've been struggling with that one lately. Jetpack's kind of finicky. You only have like, I feel like you have like a half-second window to like do the double jump and actually turn on the jetpack. If you wait too long and try to press A again, nothing will happen. You just die. That was a little shaky. Okay. All right, I'm feeling bold. Try to make this jump. Fuck. You gotta be really precise on that. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we're just gonna have to skip one of the death skips in the final fight, which loses about 4 or 5 seconds. Shit. Oh wow, that was slow. That was so unnecessary.
He controls us. So be it.
Tell the Earth will. Yes, sir. A strong and first test of you must cross.
Oh, I do hate this so much. It's so much to just run and pray half the time. Yay! They all cooperated. That does not always happen. I think I might have missed one. Yep, I missed it. Really?
How can this be?
Only the might,
but the toughest, the horror of
That was strange.
his rhyming pattern. I think he is. One more test. What terror will this test possess? It looks perfectly safe to me. Take this, hop across the marshmallow. Think you're right. They all taste the same.
And no death skip after this one. But might get shot. Nope. Cutscene took care of that for us. Okay, let's see. Saving time, losing time. What's happening here? Saving time, okay. Yeah, the beginning was definitely much better than the ending. So if I don't die, get that first like tricky jump, it would have saved 1 second or 1 or 2 seconds, and then the extra death skip would have saved 6. So we should have saved about 10 seconds, but overall not bad. Like I said, after Mini Timmy, I was up about 38 seconds, or I was ahead 38 seconds, and then I lost like all but 1 second of that. So, you know, 5 seconds here, 5 seconds there, and we're in this. Time warp time.
You mess up. You don't need any help. What? And I quote. What's wrong with that? Vicky, I don't care. Uh-oh. Now go away. Wrong.
Damn headphones leaving my neck sore. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My lip, my neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. His crack.
Good day to usually my shot.
I'm Timmy.
Amelia Teleza. What did he say? He said
This is Vicky's,
Viper hat sign.
Don't worry, sir.
You'll have to cross using those stepping stones. Something like they haven't invented a code diary.
Something looks...
Hey, that's me. Actually, I think...
Could be worth the money to actually invest in a microphone when it actually sits on my desk and doesn't have to be worn around my neck.
Why not? I'm gonna give up my super.
Why does Mike come?
We should be able... to go! Hey, I sound like I'm ordering from a fast-star restaurant! Don't fall into the... Here we are! Fair Camelot! How do you say cool in old English? Let's go in, Timmy! Only 1 star left to find! We'll be wishing in no time!
Juke.
Got 5 stars. I can make a wish.
Get a wish for it.
I need a way to get...
How about some... No! How was that? Well, it fits...
Oh, I wish...
What if we made it?
With a grab...
Realize the thing took for target.
Alright.
Alright, indeed.
I can use my grapple pulse here.
Aim by looking at the target. Then do what you gotta do and hold on to your shorts.
Yup.
A gate! It's closed. There's gotta be someone to open that thingy. You raised the gate.
All right. Try to quickly warm my fingers up for this next part. Some delightfully awesome butt mashing.
But only the true king back.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
To help thing.
I'll try one to
That was mediocre.
This car just
It's so hard to do that fast.
head for the wall.
Especially when I'm just using the tiny little B button on the GameCube controller. Just put an Arduino on my controller and just mod it. Just so it's like 50 frame perfect B plus presses. That wouldn't be cheating, right? Would it? Nah.
press the button. It's hard to get out of here.
My goodness.
Alright, that was a good Camelot section. Nothing really bad or slow about that. Just the button mashing, but that button mashing, it's always bad. I'm never good at that.
Luckily, okay, Timmy. Well, every square you can stack them up, but so we have to connect about the bird-headed man by. Now it tries to hide. Too late. Four more stars to find, hon. Look everywhere. Going for help. Probably doesn't matter if we're seen here, but the Egyptians may not be friendly. Can't we talk? Wanda's right. Going for three stars to go. Hey, I sound like I'm ordering from a fast-star restaurant. Let's find two stars. If you were a star, where would you hide? Stay away from the guard and grab the star. Only one star left to find. We'll be with
I always forget to cut the star off.
like we need to go through here.
I'm so focused on the one running through the middle that's always kind of tricky to grab
Mechanism that might
that I don't think of the last one. Oh well. Oh well.
How about a half? Good thinking. Got that right. Find big and I bet. Now
I love you guys.
a button. I bet this got something good. Or if not good, at least big. The statues have moved. Good job, Timmy. Mommy! He's not here, Cosmo! Oh, I see what you mean.
The old ones are the best.
Don't forget, you can smack the ground near a guard to stun him. Oh, Mom! These numbers aren't very strong.
How unfortunate.
That's so dangerous. I get the feeling we're not invited. Now this is what everyone calls it.
And look, the
We still have let's get.
Love how the hammer just like shrink or is like all tiny in his back pocket, then as soon as you whip it out, boom, huge big. It's a metaphor.
You should try. I'm fine.
but I think we
Good, good Egypt. Nothing.
With a little yes. No time to slip through. Oh, don't worry.
Okay, guys.
Oh, is it camp?
Sorry, Cosmo.
Yep. It's food and outfit.
Let's see.
But the Greeks, are you sure
We have to turn these.
My Grease segment last time was pretty bad.
He doesn't look like much of an athlete, does
There's a lot of
I think I'm gonna have to
additional unnecessary star chasing.
he? Race starts to go.
Yeah, that was much faster than it was before.
From a fast-star restaurant.
That was much faster than last time. I feel like that's already saving like 8 seconds.
Fall in the water, sweetie. Only one star left to find. We'll be wishing in no time. Get it quick.
got 5 stars. I can make a wish.
Oh yeah, much better than last time.
What's the plan, guys?
Same as you.
Same as it ever was.
One never and one good wish, hon.
Same as it ever was. Seem to be doing a lot of unnecessary hammering on the bottom of the statue when you just need to demolish the top part of it. Just get out of my way.
This looks like a fruit. I love it, guys.
Okay, so the best I remember ever doing is getting like 17 seconds left on the clock, and my PB time, I believe I had 14 seconds left on this clock.
Okay.
So we will see.
Here I go. I've got to reach the end before my time runs out.
Incoming 13. Shit. This is not going well.
Did I
Well, there's 3 seconds lost compared to the PB time. What a good bathing area. Wouldn't that be nice? Pay attention, anticipate my jumps. Know where I'm going with each one of them.
This looks like a challenge. You'll have to avoid steam spouts and not fall in the water, Timmy. Another bathing area. Don't fall in the water.
Probably could have made that. Not too bad. Not super fast, but I cut out 1 or 2 jumps that I always forget about. You know, just going diagonally instead of going like front, right. Just going diagonally to the right. Now I'm saying. And now for these overly anxious parts. Miss me with this pie. Just 2 more good ones. Oof, that was close. That was like a few pixels away from not working. That was really good. That was right on the money. Should be getting a lot of time back here, I think. We'll be getting some time back. Let's say we'll keep it at that.
Wow.
Wow. Does that fix all? I think time to go. Goodbye. It's Grease. Yeah, Grease. Grease is the.
Oh.
Well,
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow. Nearly 5-second gold split. Let's go. Woo. And just like that, we are right back in it.
Finished? Yes, I'm not so.
No, Timmy. Looks like we got back.
What? Are you? Oh, no.
Lots of little things that can be saved in Bad Luck 101. Thank you, Guy3324 for the host. Appreciate it, dude.
I hate
Welcome to the stream.
that would catch it, my Ooh, I don't, and he won't. I don't want to be.
Out of the way. Always.
Yep. So far, we got almost the exact opposite of the PB run from yesterday, where I got a really good start, and then a progressively worse. Now I got a. I wouldn't call it a bad start, but things have gotten. But like put ourselves in the hole now, setting us up to do better, doing better each segment so far.
So here.
It's all the other.
2 good ones in a row. About to make it 3.
What's wrong with you?
Timmy, we're in trouble.
That was unlucky.
That's what we're. This school is full of it.
I can't see.
Here, try these.
Hello, you know.
Yeah, Arkham Origins for $5. Dude, that's a steal.
Oh no.
I think like a couple years ago I got like Arkham Asylum or one of those for PC, like on a Steam sale for like $5. And I never got around to playing it. I really should sometime.
That's rad. Not to mention being really bad luck.
John, very right. You're not at all up here. You, Wish Star, come out of there this
It's like,
instant.
oh, that's bad. That's not too good. That's fine. As long as he runs to where we want to go. There I go again, assuming the star's gender. Shake my head.
You, Wish Star, no running in school.
Huh, that was weird. I don't think I've ever cut off the star and he got stopped on the right. Another guy for his birthday on PS3. Birthday is the 20th. Oh, happy early birthday. You got a Christmas baby, sorta.
And on the internet.
Speaking of Christmas babies, shout out to the greatest Christmas baby of them all. That's right, I'm of course talking about the one, the only Jimmy Buffett. Born on December 25th, 19 something or other. I don't know. I'm not sure why Wish Stars are running. I think it's just, oh, there's this kid and his fairies are trying to take him, and then, you know, we use their energy to make wishes, and then they just disappear forever. Because I make the assumption that those are all individually, you know, those are their own person, each star themselves, they're their own people, and all we do is just mine them. I'd also like to point out that was a phenomenal anti-fairy capture. Not only did it, like, was a one solid capture, he also dropped us off on the right end.
Don't worry.
Oh, you say God? It's up for debatable. Yeah, you know, it's definitely 1-2. You know, there's no right or wrong answers here. Everyone has their own opinions on these things. Alright, let's try to... Okay, so run him around, chase him. Trying to set up that, like, double star get manip. So maybe when I get this star, I should get 2 at the same time. It did not work.
This garden is tiny. The star can't hide. Only one more star to find.
And Crocker's going to be a dick.
How dare the star run away?
Got 5 stars. I can make a wish.
What are you talking about, dude? This is like 4K Ultra HD right here. These graphics were so ahead of their time. Hey, at least it's not like the new Batman games where every time you get in the car, all of a sudden it drops from 60 frames to like 10.
Sounds like fun.
We all know the GameCube had the greatest graphics card built into it. So it could run super high, ultra definition games like Fairly Odd Parents flawlessly. It is known.
The inflatables will probably hold your weight better than the water.
Yeah. They work with what they had, you know. I mean, think about from the developer standpoint. They want to be making like really cool like game of the year type games, and then someone from Nickelodeon says, "All right, we just made season 1 of Fairly Odd Parents. It was very successful. We need to make video games for every single system to cash in on how popular it is." Because basically every single level in this game comes from one of the episodes in season 1. So that's like how easy or obvious that they make that to be. And you know, their job was, we want the game to be made as quickly and as cheaply as possible so we can make as most money off it. Oh yeah, Nicktoons United is so good. Getting better at aiming for like the outside of these trampolines, as to not have like a ridiculous amount of hang time when coming off on them. I need to play Nicktoons Unite again. That'd be so much fun. Okay, just made it over that fence.
Oh no, the gate's closing. I better be quick.
Yeah, I feel like Nicktoons Unite, they were definitely, you know, it was definitely going to be like Nickelodeon's game of like, I don't know, like their game of the year, like they're going to put all the eggs in their baskets. All the eggs, yeah. Know what I'm saying? Because like every single one of these games, every single cartoon, they all got their own games. And none of them were like focused on being really good. Honestly, playing Battle for like Volcano Island or whatever the hell it's called, that'd be better just because I'd never played it, so it'd be a lot more entertaining for people to watch. Also, I feel like I'm a rarity when it comes to streamers. Apparently, a lot of streamers are very against the whole idea of backseat gaming. I don't know. I don't mind that too much. Maybe it's more like a thing where, like if they're playing like a kind of a problem-solving game, or like a puzzle kind of game. I could see how, like, you know, people spoiling everything who've already seen how it's done. I could see how that might like get in the way. Especially if it's like a brand new game compared to like an old like Volcano thing where, you know, you can't expect people to be quiet about those games because, you know, they've been out for like over a decade. I'd also like to point out in my PB run of this level, Crocker caught me twice here. They were all complete bullshit, and I still am waiting on the protests for them, but we were being a tiny bit extra safe here. Yep, all things in moderation. You have a simple solution, you know, I'll be like, okay, I have no fucking idea what the developers are going for. They're clearly trying to tell me this is where you have to go, but I'm not buying it, or you know, other things of that nature. I look at it as more of a bonding experience between the streamer and chat, personally. But I can understand if you have like 1,000 people all trying to put their 2 cents in. Then it gets really hard to figure out, okay, who's trying to help me and who's just straight up trying to troll me. Because obviously, you know, some people, oh, I want to see the streamer succeed at the game. I want to see them like win. And then some are just like, yeah, I like that too, but I think it would also be hilarious to see them just totally rage on stream and just totally call people out in chat. Which, that is pretty fun. It's like, you're just like, oh, Icebox 242, you're an absolute asshole for telling me to do that. I can't believe I listened to you.
That's right. It's the very end. That's me if you're kept.
Also on my PB, well, this level was so bad, I got hit by one of the carts in here that sends you back to the beginning of the room and eats up like over 10 seconds. So that'll be fun to try to avoid. I might have been able to make that. Okay, those carts are good. That one is not going to be able to race all the way around and come hit me from behind. Hit it from the back! Okay, RNG, be good to me here, please. I should be good. Okay. Whew. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Cart is such a troll. Alright, that went well. Okay, no mistakes. Play it safe. Everything else about this level is going well. No need to overcomplicate this. Alright, that's enough running. I'll just stay right here in the middle. There we go. No need to try to optimize where I get dropped off. It's going very well. Rats out of tea.
The janitor's room. Ooh, I guess you should answer. You better look around.
Hello.
Wow.
Underground cave? Beneath
How
the school?
quaint.
How quaint.
How do we get out? There's no way back. I guess we go forward.
That was close.
Now, come.
I've got a
Lag fix.
What?
Well, that was almost bad. Shit. Jump on the button. Something wrong? Am I dropping frames or some shit? No, not according to OBS or anything. Bitrate seems to be good. Alright, looking at a big old fat juicy time save here.
Wow.
That was a very good Bad Luck 101. Very good. Let's go. How awesome is that? Fair enough.
Did you enjoy your actually? It was no. There's okay.
Ah,
Great. Yeah, we kept.
off to a dog's life.
The milk brat.
No, this segment was pretty okay in my PB run. The biggest time loss was at the very beginning when
Are you okay? We came to
had a lot of additional chasing after the stars that
and they got their
Well, that's a relief.
that I did not need to, shouldn't have had to do.
Judy said she's
But I made it a lot more difficult on myself and cost me like 10 seconds.
annoying me. Oh no.
So we will definitely be
Whoa.
working to avoid that.
Oh, I'm gonna call you.
Well, I hear the pets.
But we're not. I'm exploring. Let's go find him.
Wee.
Now that you mention it. And Kimmy's been a look lollipop.
Ooh, Cosmo Wanda.
Oh, Mom. Yeah, I know.
Well, what do you wait for?
Sorry, hon. Maybe.
Oh no,
Then we have to convince.
so you can't
Let's escape, and we should shave all your fur. Well, it may take a little time to get used to being a dog, hon. You should try stuff and do what a dog does.
You mean like sniffing other dogs' butt? Yuck!
I meant like jumping and looking around.
No bonk.
for useful
Good.
stuff.
Humans are very easy to bonk off of. You ain't catching me, Tootie. But get that. Well, that sucked. Okay, that really sucks.
It's a smelly dog. You have one slightly cute
Well, you know what?
dog.
Your shopping bags don't exactly smell like a basket of roses either.
You like that?
Follow that star.
This,
After it.
this,
It's the star now.
this whole room doesn't make any sense. This is literally like a pet supply store. There's clearly pet stuff everywhere, and yet everyone in here, they're shopping for pet stuff. And they're like, ew, a dog, no, not a dog, oh.
Can you find one more star? Can you?
They should not,
Doggy.
yes, there's a random dog running around, but they should be happy about it.
Ew.
Stinky.
Okay, that was slightly longer than.
Old enough to fit
Favorite
my
Nicktoons game was MLB.
Only way to go.
MLB, Major League Baseball. What is MLB?
Cosmo,
Am I reading that?
make a wish, Timmy.
Okay then.
There.
Yeah, you're gonna have to light me on MLB there.
You have one slightly chewed wish star.
What would my favorite? I'd say Nicktoons Unite was probably my favorite one. I also feel like I haven't played a ton of them, or at least not ones that I can remember off the top of my head. Ah, shit, ran the wrong way.
Press the button. Press it. It looks like it'll raise the forklift. Then we can reach that vent.
Seriously? Seriously? Oh boy. Silly camera angles.
We'll have to find a route through the vent. We're back near the stars, inside that cage we saw earlier. We must be getting somewhere. Let's keep going.
That was longer than I should have been. Yeah, you have to tell me what MLB is. I'm not even sure what game that is. Unless Nickelodeon made a Major League Baseball game that I didn't know about. In which case, Backyard Baseball is the best, and you can get out of here for that.
But your name isn't Cosmo T. Kirk.
That was close.
Trying to get clean away. Can you find one
That was
more
fast.
star? Can you? Good doggy.
Ooh, those are really fast stars. Barnyard Talk. Wait. Barnyard Tack and Tech 2 Toy Bots and Bulk. Is it a baseball game?
Don't call me that.
We need some.
I
This is so cute. You can use it.
Definitely do not know what Barnyard Tech is. Yeah, I got the star to freeze.
Slightly chewed wish star.
I have to chase him around.
Yikes.
Oh, when I was younger, my baseball games were all about backyard baseball. Freaking Pablo Sanchez, Pete Wheeler, forget about it.
We could probably escape the mall from here.
Hold on, Wanda. I might have a plan.
I might have a plan too. Then again, it could be dangerous.
And helping sneak around beyond the food court with mud bags.
Avatar, Burning Earth.
Good idea, hon. Let's go
I've seen it played. I've never played it myself. but it definitely looks fun.
The salon isn't.
I throw myself in me. I guess I burnt.
All right, let's hope this section will be good to us. Do
Only
not get trolled by
guide
Tootie.
dogs allowed. Yikes! Don't spend too long, Cat.
I think you look beautiful in a dress, doggy.
Be fair, you might sure have a little touch.
Just get out of my way.
This is no place for dogs.
Split the defenders.
I think you look beautiful in a dress, doggy.
No Tootie. No Tootie. Yay.
I can make a wish.
Scariest sound in the game. Tootie's going so close. Send you all the way back to the beginning of the area.
Maybe we could.
Good idea.
Can't get through the look for pink flower.
I want to concentrate.
Alright. Now for some of the most precise movement in the game. In the doggy. Well, not the doggy salon. The doggy in the people salon.
In the salon.
Hey, in the salon.
To the mud bag.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
There's no way around or under. No, I guess you'll have to go over the top.
I'll jump on stuff to gain height.
Another plant pot.
Oh, just missed it.
Here, I like to do.
Not too bad though. Pretty good, pretty good.
To be in a dog, Timmy. We'll have you back normal soon.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh. Fastest I ever did that room. Jumping on top of those things. Barney was a movie about talking farm tech. Was a Jungle Boy who got his own TV show. I know what the Barnyard movie was. I do remember like seeing. I can picture the characters in my head. And I'm not really sure about tech though. That might have been. That potentially could have been after my time. I don't think I've ever made that jump with just one bounce before. I just kind of said, "Ooh, I think I can make that jump." I just kind of went for it. Well, might as well try it again. It worked in the first room. YOLO, right? That's what I get. Silly me. Did Invader Zim ever get his own game? I always really enjoyed that show. It was so diabolically stupid. Invader Zim. I remember when that room used to be so difficult to get through.
Careful, hon. Those puddles look slippery. Don't butt in. Wet
Fuck.
dogs have
Fuck.
trouble.
There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Last room. Fuck. Come on. There we go. Okay. Not really sure where we stand. This was that's some pretty bad movement in this level. No major mistakes, but just like, okay, come on, move. Just losing like a second everywhere, and then there was a little fiasco trying to hit the button and jump off the forklift at the very beginning. Okay, I was gonna say, like, why is this close to being a gold? What the hell? My splits are all fucked. I'm not even sure.
Hey Timmy, wanna play games?
One of these days I'll figure out what each and every one of these things mean.
I wonder where
Who was that?
that was the game.
Maybe she and I. She's not very useful.
I can be friends.
Now why do I?
I can be friends.
Come on, honey. Take the stars, but avoid those pits. You have 1 star, in keeping with the binary theme.
Come on, let's get that button. Yeah, we got it!
Got a head start.
Zero gravity button pressing. Oh wow, that definitely does save some frames, or saves time, because you normally have to watch the whole animation of the star jumping over the gorge, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Definitely do save time doing that.
3 stars left to find. Don't fall in the lava, honey.
Alright, my movement in this room has been bad lately, and then I never have good elevator RNG at the end, so maybe we can do better there.
A lava bath might be refreshing. How do you know till you try?
I think I'll follow my instincts on this one.
Don't fall in the lava, honey. Lava in a 50 stars. I wonder where the other 2 are.
I feel like that happens almost every time. That was a stupid unnecessary bonk. Still doing better than last time. Sadly to say.
4 stars are enough for a small consolation, but not for a win.
Snipe that monkey. Nope. Nah. Not very good elevator RNG right there. Had to wait. Can't see.
These monkeys don't just bite, they megabyte.
That jump always leaves me a bit on edge.
I love bonus rounds. Looks like you'll have to pop inflatable targets of ninja bunnies. Why don't you try using that pointy thing on your head?
Okay.
That should do it, dear. Yeah, pop the bunnies for prizes. Or just work out some stress.
How's everyone doing? Y'all having a nice day? I'm doing quite well myself. Doing even better with this wonderful, delightful Burt's Bees chapstick. If it's not Burt's Bees, then fuck you. Get some. And that is why all companies should advertise with me. We'd have great product placement plugs like that. Definitely on par with Talladega Nights Big Red Gum. My name's Ricky Bob. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. Definitely up there with the greatest ad placements of all time, like Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Got the Queen of England say, Frank's Red Hots, I put that shit on everything.
And we haven't
Short, simple, to the point.
She does have a point there.
No problem. Chester and AJ must be around here someplace.
We have to get a corner.
No.
Oh,
No.
well done, Vegetables.
So exciting, so riveting. Oh no, we slipped. It is cold in there, after all. I wish this level was more like the one in the actual TV show, where
There's a maroon star over there. You'll have to do
I feel like the platforming was, and the physics was a lot better. It was much easier to run around, jump, and shoot. There was a water level too. One thing this game is very much lacking is a very annoying, unnecessarily difficult water level.
keeping with the binary theme. That star looks
All great games have it.
It's a full star. White with stars with white witches.
Oops, I almost slipped off there. I'm not actually sure where you go if you fall and die off there. I think you go to the beginning of the room. But I'm not 100% sure.
Now we're cooking. 3 stars left to find.
I could transform you. I could transform
Wow,
you.
a sea of information. It's probably best not to swim in it. It's possible to drown in an inch of information, let alone a sea.
Oh yeah, there's more time to be saved in this room because the little,
Hey, Jimmy.
I'll get you out, Abe.
what do you call it? Like the hovercraft racing in the bottom.
Traps and surprises.
It was absolutely I did so bad in it.
Teamwork.
It was so slow. I had to like back up, reverse, change around, go back where I came from. It was bad. It was real bad, okay? Alright, so let's do this a little bit better than we did last time.
Have to go to the Jason order.
That's why I did it bad last time. If you just barely hit the edges of those little lighthouse things, and like it'll kick you up and speed you up a little bit. So I mean that's like the optimal way if you're good and can control yourself enough to do it. Otherwise it's just like real small. Like that's slightly faster. But hard to do and almost unnecessary, to be honest with you. You need to get I feel like you need to hit at least 3 of them to save like 1 second. And it can like throw you out of whack.
I have to free Timmy.
That was some mediocre stair jumping right there. Alright, so freeze Timmy, opens up a few gates, and somehow AJ gets caught. Stupid camera.
It's an athletic little star. 3 stars. I wonder where the other 2 are.
I score. If you're wondering where we stand on time, we should be about, I'd estimate somewhere around 25 to 30 seconds underneath. Apologize about the missing split in a dog's life. I don't know, my splits are fucked up. Or that's just how it was in my... I had to like skip over that split on my PB time, so... It has nothing to compare it to. Poor little bee. That was totally spawn camping that first one. Okay, let's maybe try to get some. Come on, maybe we gotta score. We always say we're gonna score, but we never score. We gotta score. That'd be interesting. Are there any decent Beavis and Butthead video games? That could be very entertaining. As long as like the writers had a hand in making it. Well, that was less than optimal. But it worked just fine. Hear that, Timmy? It's time for a spanking. F. F. F and A, Cotton. God damn. Holy shit. I have never seen that happen before. Oh my god. Sorry for the mini rage, but holy fuck. 4 consecutive... Okay, thanks. That was RNG's just being a bro right there. That last ball should have been able to hit us. It would have been full tilt mode after that. Good lord.
See what I mean? Okay, cute. They love video games. I'm not sure if that's the first. This is an ominous walkway. Don't be scared. We know exactly what's ahead. We do. Oh, that's a relief. We're in a video game. It's gonna be a huge lethal boss.
Yay.
Stars run out of breath. Do stars breathe? Stars run out of breath. Do stars...
There ain't no star, Wanda.
Look at all this data.
It hurts my eyes.
Watch out, Timmy. It's the and it has just... What do I do now?
Confuse it by humming or shoot it with your...
Yep, so far so good. Yep. Bop. Was a little slow. I'm bigger, I'm stronger. Well, because your attack sucks, and your defense is pretty shit, too. You're just one big glass cannon. It didn't matter too much, but slightly annoying. Ah.
Shouldn't you be in bed by now?
Nope. Okay, finished that at 151.08. So still should be like 20 seconds ahead, I think.
Enough games.
See you later. See you, Timmy.
Well, I can probably...
Let's go again. One more go, Captain.
Probably. I could go into my splits and look it up specifically, but I'm not gonna fuck around with that right now.
It's a door to Yippee!
No!
No!
Oh, sick! Amazon delivered my my package. Hooray! New phone charger for me. I can sit at my desk.
We're back in.
Who are you?
Oh, get out of mine, why that?
Is Timmy Turner?
I thought we got...
All except and according to
There must be a way. But Timmy, is it?
our only chance.
All right,
Very well.
Good evening and welcome. To all the individuals required now for legal reasons
Hey, Timmy,
and to ensure. Begin.
I'm gonna...
try and print.
Okay.
Counting those funny-looking tiles, sweetie. You have to get her today. I wish I never took the book from Timmy. You're not heavy enough to press it, hon. But I'll bet that scary dicky bag it is. Lure her off the tile and see what it says.
Never took a dig. It's always nice when the final boss is so free. Really helps with the whole stress of speedrunning thing. Never took a double. Well, that's a nice, hot, and sexy PB coming in your way. Hooray!
We did it!
Providing I don't mess anything up,
You will watch it.
which is certainly within the realm of possibility. Even though it's strictly just button mashing to skip through the dialogue. Who knows? Maybe some very upset viewer or other runner of this game could come to my house, put an axe to my electrical box, and knock out my power.
Who are you talking? No one here, Vicky.
It could happen.
Ah,
There's some interesting characters in my neighborhood. Maybe they're just looking for some free electricity. They come bum mine off, boom.
Time to get
Blows a fuse.
Everything's back took a little longer than
And no more, or
it just goes to.
you just had to...
Why am I laughing?
Well, I don't know why that... Well, my splits are clearly, like, beyond fucked. But,